Exactly 550 years ago, the Incas built a city in world history like no other. This magnificent city was located at the summit of the Ramp Mountains, at an altitude of approximately 2,350 meters, and remained a captivating masterpiece for visitors even today. Archaeologists and historians continue to trace the mystery of Machu Picchu, revealing many details from the Incas' daily life to engineering wonders. In this video, we will follow the traces of archaeologists who have been researching Machu Picchu for over a century. Together with them, we will embark on a journey from the sacred valley in the heart of Peru to the ancient summit, witnessing the mysterious history of Machu Picchu. The main character of this story was the American archaeologist Hiram Bingham. Hiram Bingham was not a field expert. He was more interested in theoretical lectures given at the university than excavation work in the heat. However, his studies on South America and the Incas directed him towards field research from 1908 onwards. This irresistible force was something driven by his passionate curiosity. Bingham was looking for a map for the lost city in the mountains, and he began this exploration like an explorer. Climbing thousands of meters, crossing barren lands, delving into dangerous forests, he followed the trail of the lost city. This adventure reached a turning point when he spoke to a farmer named Melchor Artiega on July 23rd. Artiega showed Bingham the mountains and, through an interpreter, mentioned the immense ruins there. Artiega's words provided enough hope for the experienced archaeologist to embark on a final journey. However, this journey was a dangerous and challenging test. Slippery terrain, steep rocks, and sudden rain left his team and local guides in difficult situations. However, the sight they encountered was worth all the difficulties. The ancient ruins they saw were breathtaking. Despite being built centuries ago, it was immediately apparent that these ruins carried traces of a civilized community. Bingham thought he found a Kamba video there one day, but what he discovered was far more important. Machu Picchu, meaning Old Peak in the Inca language, held great historical significance. It challenged an old theory that claimed the city was a sacred place built for sun virgins. However, new research and archaeological studies show that Machu Picchu is not just a temple. It is also a massive square surrounded by natural and artificial defense systems. The most widely accepted theory today is that Machu Picchu was built as an exclusive residence during the reign of the Inca ruler Pachacuti. This period marked the rise of the Incas as a formidable power in Peru, reaching the borders of Bolivia, and Pasha establishing an extensive network of highways. Pasha decided to crown these achievements by constructing an immense residence. Machu Picchu symbolizes the power of the Inca royal family. It is an impressive structure with massive fortresses, magnificent temples, and terraced agriculture extending along the slopes. However, it is not just a temple. It is also an invisible ghost city surrounded by natural and artificial defense systems. The abandonment of Machu Picchu is surprising, considering that Spanish conquests did not reach the region. However, historians suggest that the reason for the city's abandonment may be related to the Incas entering a period of decline and internal conflict. Another possible theory is that an infectious disease that broke out among the residents caused the abandonment of the city. Experts believe that this disease may have been smallpox brought to America. However, these are just theories, and the question of why Machu Picchu was abandoned suddenly and systematically continues to arouse curiosity. For a century, Machu Picchu hosted the elite citizens of the Incas and served hundreds of concubines. However, over the next 350 years, wild weeds, harsh winds, and a deep silence descended upon the city, covering the bases of houses and temples. The Inca Empire collapsed, but Machu Picchu still waited, hidden from view at high altitudes. Since its discovery by Hiram Bingham in the early 20th century, Machu Picchu has become a place that attracts the interest of archaeologists, famous photographers, and tourists from around the world. Visitors may have changed over the centuries, but this immense city beyond the clouds continues to dazzle and take people's breath away today.